Hi everyone! This fountain pen, it is by a Taiwanese brand named TWSBI, and the one I have is the Diamond580 piston filling fountain pen, and it's in the iris color in an extra fine nib. This is my first time using TWSBI and first time with a piston filling fountain pen. So when you open the box, which I tried to open this way, this box comes completely plastic wrapped, and there was a little sticker here to keep it closed, and you just open it like this, and there's a little bit of foam in here, an instruction manual telling you how to fill the piston filling fountain pen, and reassembling the nib if you ever decide to remove it. And on the back are English and Chinese instructions. And then here is the pen itself. It comes in a case like this. It's a clear plastic case, and then there's stickers on both sides. And on the back, actually, in this little section here, this reminds me a lot of Apple packaging, which is nice. But there is the included here silicone grease and probably a wrench. Oh yeah, a wrench of some sort. So that's what it says in there. So I have taken a look at this. The iris version is really special because every single pen kind of has its own unique properties to it. Put this to the side. And so the one that I have is mostly purple here on the clip, purplish pink on the clip, and the kind of yellowish, greenish parts kind of come out just in spurts elsewhere. So this is a pen that is a twist cap. It's got, I always wondered about this, why this part in here is like a gray plastic when everything else is clear plastic. But this is where my pen is a little bit different, I guess, unique with the differences in, I don't know what you call this, multi-chrome coating. And this is the pen in extra fine. This is a steel nib, and mine has, again, like this more predominantly purple pink color, while over here is where more of the yellow and green and blues show up. So you've got this mechanism here, which you just twist the back end, and then you dip it into a bottle of ink, and you just screw it back and then pull up the ink from there. That is how I understand this. And I actually recently lost my Pilot Decimo, which was a little bit heartbreaking, but I don't know why, I just kept saving things. So this one here is my ink stand custom ink that I got made several years back now, and I never really used it. I never really opened it. I just shook it up, so that's why there are all the bubbles. But the color that I tried to make was based off of a color of nail polish, but we couldn't replicate it because it was kind of like a neon color, neon purple. So this was as close as we could get, and it doesn't actually seem like any special colored ink now that I look at it. But this is the ink that I will use for my first fountain pen experience, my first TWSBI experience. So I think it shouldn't be that difficult. I'm just a little bit nervous, I don't know why. So you can already see I have stains on my tabletop. I got a cat recently, and she's very interested in everything that I do, essentially. And she knocked some things over that I shouldn't have left out, perhaps, but I had a little bottle cap of water that I was just dipping my dried up fountain pen, my old fountain pen, this one. I was kind of trying to unblock it, and I left my little bottle cap of water out, and she found it when I wasn't looking and kind of knocked it all over the table, which is why now we have a little napkin thing that I'm going to try to catch any ink spills. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is I'll uncap my inkstand by Kakamori Ink. There's a lot of bubbles in there. And I don't know, try to get rid of those. Seems like it will fit. Okay, so first I think, I should read the instructions. Yeah, it looks like it should be opening all the way, which means counterclockwise, and then insert it in, and then twist it up. Okay, so seems like it will write immediately out of the pen. That's interesting. So it will slosh around the ink because this is what they call a demonstrator, from what I've read, a demonstrator pen. And let's do a writing sample. Here I have my 5-year Hobonichi. Is this Tetra? I don't know. And I've written kind of yearly in it, but I haven't done 2023 at all. And I'm thinking I would just like to fill this with affirmations each day, and then try to finish this before the end of 2023. So then 2024, I could do something else. I don't know. Give me, if you have this 5-year Hobonichi, I would like to know if you use it for something, like if you use daily journaling, or it just seems like such a small space. I don't really know what to do and what to write in it. In the past, I've been writing horoscopes, some horoscope things that have been daily horoscopes, which that was kind of interesting. Let's see, yeah, I completely filled it out just because I haven't been keeping up with this at all. But I kind of did a rainbow color. So we've got, it's just like practice, perhaps. But let me try a sample in this Tomoe River paper. Just thinking of what I want to write now. Seems a bit scratchy. A Muji B6 notebook with 55% recycled paper. So I think I like the color combination. I like having this ink in this pen, but I think I made a mistake with this nib. Extra fine nib, but it just seems very scratchy. Or I think it's possible that I don't know that much. I don't know enough about pens, because this for sure is also a stainless steel nib, and I didn't like that very much. But I found that my Pilot Decimo, it was really smooth, but it didn't write, like I didn't have as much control when I was writing with it. So maybe, I know it's kind of an expensive thing to be trying, but I think I made a mistake with this. I shouldn't have gotten the extra fine nib. I should have gone with a fine, so it wouldn't have been so scratchy. It's the grid version, and it doesn't actually have that much bleed. Well, it doesn't have any bleed through, and the shadowing isn't too bad. Let's take a look at this. It's not bad either. Interesting. So that is my pen, fountain pen Friday for today. This is inked up now. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm gonna keep trying, because what can I do now? So thank you guys so much for watching, and please give me some ideas for your favorite fountain pens, what fountain pen exploration that I could do for following Fridays. Thanks again. Bye.